Talking to deer is tricky. They can be pretty snooty about accents. Let's hear how your mouse is coming along. Furrowing her brow, Lainey squeaked, "Ee, ee!" Fawn had been teaching Lainey how to speak the language of mice. So far, Lainey had only learned one squeak. Loosely translated, it meant, "Are your whiskers well?" Two dairy mice that were sniffing around nearby lifted their heads to look at Lainey. "Not bad," said Fawn, nodding. "Now let's hear you call that chickadee." She pointed to a plump little bird sitting on a branch. "But I don't know, chickadee," Lainey protested. "It's easy," said Fawn. "Just go like this." Pursing her lips, Fawn let out a whistle that sounded like "Seedle-dee, seedle-dee-deet." "You try." Lainey did her best to copy Fawn. She pursed her lips and whistled. But all that came out was a sad phew. To her surprise, the chickadee flew over and landed on her finger. "How did I do that?" Lainey asked. Then she noticed Fawn laughing. "Wait a second. You called him over, didn't you?" "So what if I did?" Fawn said with an impish grin. "He wouldn't have come if he didn't want to. Animals like you, Lainey. I'd say you're becoming a real animal talent clumsy." Lainey blushed. Fawn pulled a sunflower seed from her pocket. She held it out to the chickadee, who took it in his beak and flew away. "Well, I'm hungry," Fawn said. "Want to see what the baking talent fairies have whipped up today?" Lainey shook her head. "I'm going to find the other girls. See you later?" "Sure," said Fawn. "I think there's a nest of robin's eggs that need a hand with hatching. Maybe you can help me." With a wave, she flew off. Lainey started across the meadow, her spirits high. Fawn's compliment still rang in her ears. A real animal talent clumsy. Lainey couldn't help smiling every time she thought about it. Maybe it's true, Lainey thought. Maybe I really do have animal talent. Before coming to Pixie Hollow, Lainey had never felt particularly special. She wasn't beautiful like her friend Mia, or brave like her friend Kate. She wasn't good at sports, and she didn't get the best grades in school. In fact, Lainey hadn't been sure she was good at anything at all. But that had changed when she'd started spending time with the animal talent fairies. Lainey was learning how to listen to animals and how to watch them. And she had a knack for it. A real animal talent clumsy. A rustling noise above her made Lainey look up. She paused to watch a flock of flamingos pass. She loved seeing the pale pink birds against the brilliant blue of the sky. The flamingos had been one of the very first creatures she'd seen in Neverland, and she never tired of watching them. Lainey continued across the meadow and made her way to Cavendish Stream. There she found Kate, Mia, and Gabby, her friends who had come to Neverland with her. They were sailing boats with the water talent fairies. Tiny fairies in red, gold, and green leaf boats drifted around on the current, while the girls blew wind into their sails. The freckled, curly-haired fairy named Prilla was there too. Prilla was the reason the girls had come to Neverland. She had a talent unlike any other in Pixie Hollow. She could travel to the world of humans and back again just by blinking. One day she'd traveled to Mia and Gabby's backyard and accidentally brought the 4 girls back to Pixie Hollow with her. Prilla had discovered that she couldn't blink the girls back home, so the fairies of Pixie Hollow had taken them in. That had been days ago. Or was it weeks? Lainey wasn't sure. Time passed strangely in Neverland, where every day was sunny, and no one ever grew up or grew old. "Hi, Lainey," Mia said. "Where have you